Hey, what is up, guys? You're watching Epic Pokemon TCG. In today's video, guys, what I got for you, we're going to be covering the deck that won the Salt Lake City Regional Tournament this past blah, blah. Oh. Hey, what is up, guys? You're watching Epic Pokemon TCG. In today's video, guys, what I got for you, we're going to be taking a look at the deck that won the Salt Lake City Regional Tournament this past weekend. Now, nobody else is totally covering this deck. This deck totally has not been plastered all over YouTube or anything. But all jokes aside, guys, so yeah, today we're going to be taking a look at this deck. So the cool thing about it is that it obviously doesn't run Houndoom, and it doesn't run any special energies or nothing like that. The deck also runs some very interesting cards in here as well that you wouldn't expect. And yeah, I guess we're going to go ahead and start it off by taking a look at Arceus Vstar. So of course it does have the attack Trinity Nova, which is going to do 200 damage, and you search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon V in any way you like. Then you shuffle your deck. It also has the V-Star Power Starbirth, which basically just allows you to grab any 2 cards out of your deck that you want. But the other cool thing about this is that the Arceus V is also very strong with Trinity Charge. So it basically does the exact same thing as Trinity Nova, aside from the damage, but it just allows you to grab 3 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon V in any way you like. So this is a really good attack. If you're going second, you can just throw a double turbo on this, and then boom, there's 3 energy on a Pokemon. And then Power Edge, just in case you might need to use it, is there too. So yeah, the idea behind this deck is that you're going to be using Arceus to power up your Gengar Vmax. More than likely, you're going to be throwing it on Gengar V and then evolving. But yeah, so Gengar Vmax has 2 attacks on it. Fear and Panic is going to do 60 for each of your opponent's Pokemon V and GX in play. And then Gmax Swallow Up is going to do 250, and during your next turn, this Pokemon can attack. So yeah, Gengar is just a card that hits for a massive amount of damage, and it is easily charged up with Arceus V-Star or Arceus V. You just do 1 attack and then 3 energy, boom, it's ready to go. So yeah, this is a really good combination. And we also are going to run the Barrel engine with Industrious and Scissors. Basically just allows you to draw until you have 5 cards in your hands. That means cards like Ultra Ball, Quick Ball, and things like that are going to allow you to thin your hand down and just get that extra draw support. This, along with Starbirth, makes the deck really consistent. And Barrel is definitely a card that I really liked coming out of Brilliant Stars. So the general strategy, like I said, is very simple. You're just using Arceus V-Star to power up your Gengar. But now we're going to get into the supporters and such of the deck. So of course we have 3 Pokemon or Professor's Research. Jesus, sorry, my phone went off and just like distracted me like crazy. So we got 3 Professor's Research, we got 4 Marnie, and then we have 3 Boss's Orders, and then we are going to round out the supporter line with Raihan, which is a really good card in its own right because it just allows you to attach an energy and then search your deck for a card whenever one of your Pokemon have been knocked out. So this can come in clutch depending on the circumstances. But a card that really stood out to me here was Hyper Potion. So you heal 120 damage to one of your Pokemon that has at least 2 energy attached. If you healed any damage this way, discard 2 energy from it. So this is a really good way for you to just kind of mess with numbers and just, get some damage removed off the board. And I don't know, I saw this card used on stream as well this past weekend, and I was like, is Hyper Potion really? Because I had it muted because we were eating at the time, but I saw Hyper Potion pop up in the bottom left corner, and I was like, what in the world? And yeah, sure enough, he was piloting the deck and running Hyper Potion, which is pretty solid. I mean, in this deck, it actually kind of makes sense. I mean, it's something that isn't too costly to use, and it can really screw with numbers. But the cool thing also that they talked about on stream as well, and something I even noticed, was Tool Scrapper. Of course, Tool Scrapper has, it's still played, but not to the extent that you would expect. But yeah, this is a really good way just to kind of get rid of some tools. Of course, we see things like Big Charm, and then we also see things like Choice Belt coming out. But yeah, Tool Scrapper can definitely come in clutch, especially against certain decks that really rely on Big Charm. And, if you're just kind of missing your numbers, or if you hit your certain numbers, Tool Scrapper and get a prize. I mean, there's a lot of different scenarios that pop up with this card, but I definitely like that it was an addition to his deck. But we also have some search cards in here, which is really nice, and I kind of like the split here between the Ultra Ball and Evolution Incense. So we have 3 Ultra Ball, and like I said, this serves multiple purposes in this deck. First off, it can pitch dead cards out of your hand that you don't need anymore. It can search for any Pokemon in the deck, and it can also lower your hand size down just in case you need to use Barrel's ability. So we're going to run 3 of those, and then we're also going to run your Evolution Incense card here. So this is going to allow you to grab your Barrel, Arceus V-Star, and your Gengar Vmax. I really like the split between the 2. I think that is a really good addition to this deck. But we're also going to run 4 Quick Ball in the deck, just allows you to search out your basic Pokemon. And of course, you can pitch a card and lower your hand size down for the barrel, or just pitch a dead card in general, which is really nice. But we do run a couple switch in here as well. That just partnered up with the fact that, once you attack with Gengar, you do Gmax Swallow Up, you can't, attack again with it. You might as well just go ahead and have a switching card in there. But we also have Air Balloon just so you can throw it on there, give something some flexibility. But we also run Collapse Stadium, so obviously screwing with your opponent's bench could really hinder a lot of different decks. This also is going to be a counter stadium card here. But each player can't have more than 4 bench Pokemon. If a player has 5 or more bench Pokemon, they discard bench Pokemon until they have 4 on the bench. The player who played this card discards first. If more than one effect changes the numbers of bench Pokemon allowed, use a smaller number. So the cool thing about this is also if you have a full bench, you can discard something that has damage on it, which is really nice. And then there's just some decks that really need to have that full bench. I don't know. There's just a lot of different scenarios with Collapse Stadium. We've seen it splashed into different decks before, but all around just a really solid stadium and a really nice change of pace, because most of the time these Arceus Vstar decks we see are running Training Court or Path to the Peak being the more popular choice. So Collapse Stadium definitely very, very nice addition to the deck. But we also have one big charm. I mentioned that card earlier, just gives your Pokemon an additional 30 HP. And then, of course, we have 2 Choice Belt, just so that way you can hit a little harder and hit those key numbers on certain Pokemon. And then the energy lineup, we don't run any special energy at all. Every single one of your dark energies in the deck is going to be accessible by Arceus Vstar. So we're going to run 8 dark energy and then 4 double turbo, so that way, of course, you can get your Arceus set up faster. But yeah, here's the deck, guys. This is the one that took first place this past weekend. Very solid list. I really like it. And the reason why I'm not going to include a gameplay on this video, as I punch my mic, isn't me being lazy. It is me encouraging you to go check out the absolutely awesome finals match between this deck and the crazy Suicune Ludicolo deck. That is why I'm not going to include any gameplay on it, is because there is a good chunk from this past weekend. So yeah. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I want the person who truly piloted this deck to demonstrate what it can do, and that is why I'm just not going to include any gameplay. So yeah, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you all so much for the wonderful support. It means the world to me. We're on the road to 1,400 subscribers. You guys take care. I love you. And as always, this is Epic Pokemon TCG signing out, and there will be a link to the streams down in the description below.
Don't forget to like, follow, and obey.